Hi, welcome. So, this is the week ahead reading for what date? January 6th. And then we'll kind of do, I don't know, I've been thinking for the last minute that I'd like to kind of do a similar thing to last week where we do the day by day, kind of the energies to be feeling into for the week, what might be coming, and see what message wants to come through for each day. And then maybe something in the subconscious, like what's been really, I don't know, working underneath the surface of the waters that we might want to take a look at. And then maybe we can do what's in our hopes and dreams, like our conscious thoughts, and kind of what we've been working towards actively. So there's the what we might need to take a look at that hasn't been in our immediate awareness through the week, and then what we are working actively towards, and if there's any message there. And then maybe one weekend card, wee into the weekend, and then an overall energy. That kind of feels cool. I've never done that before. So we'll just see what wants to come through. So thanks for watching, and I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do an extended, maybe not. We'll see just how deep this wants to go. If it doesn't go deep, we might just think that's it. Sometimes it goes deep. All right. So yeah, thank you for sending through whatever wants to come through day by day for the week of January 6th. Our first full week without a holiday. I feel like it's sort of we've been through a reset a little bit. This weekend might have been, it wasn't quiet around my town. There was the threat of some snow, and then we ended up only getting not even an inch. But during the week, everybody flooded the grocery stores, and they're I've got to get all the things. And the lines were all crazy long. And I'm I expected everybody to finally stay home this weekend because they're holidays are over. And nope, everybody was out. And so we just went nope, back into our little house and stayed quiet, stayed away from that. So we did go out once, but not, whatever. So anyway, yeah, so we kind of went through a little reset, and now it's let's kick off this year, strong. What's wanting to come through? There's a cat wanting to come through. Is that? I'll be right back. Ouch. Come on. You both want to come in? Oh, okay. Who wants to get in the co-host chair? I have the little cat chair here for whoever wants to sit with me. I don't know why I'm drinking coffee this late on a Sunday. Not smart. You only live once? Okay. Or do we? Hi, Jellybean. This is Jellybean. He's gonna help anchor in the energies. His energy's a little needy. You have some shadow work to do, don't you? Do you want to help? Yeah? Okay. He gave his little blessing. See how he's I just love these guys so much. They're my little friends, my little babies. Okay, let's go. Thank you, Spirit. That felt good. Ooh, Monday, Knight of Swords. Tuesday, Five of Pentacles. Wednesday, King of Cups. Thursday, Three of Swords. Friday, Five of Wands. The weekend, Page of Wands. And then overall energy. Ooh, Ace of Wands. That's kind of nice. And then let's do, I kind of did that a little weird, but that's how it happened. So in our our what we might need to take a look at, we have the Chariot. I felt in my mind's eye, I wanted to do a 3 or a 2. The Moon, of course, that's something that's going to show up there. I know, honey. Kisses. Yeah, that, I feel like this feels like symmetrical. I kind of like that. Usually I don't care about symmetry, but oh, I need more room. Let's bring it down. Pretty picture. And then let's see what's in our hopes and dreams. I knew it. I knew it. So in my mind's eye, I had 3 cards showing up at the bottom. Spirit just said, don't change your plans. That's what I put there. The devil. Of course, you know, devil might be in the hopes and dreams and like what we're actively working towards or for, or like pushing for, you know, that active energy. But you know what? I just had this feeling this had to be 3. And then let's go into our hopes and dreams. So we have the Hermit. I don't know. This feels like, let's do that. That's kind of a nice little... Okay. Let's do 2 up there. Because I did pull this one, and it's nice. It's like, if it's meant to be, we'll see. I just feel like I want it, this one, I want to make a picture. Okay. Let's do this. How's that feel? I feel like that feels pretty good. In my mind's eye, I had 3 here, and I had like 2 up here. Maybe I feel like that was fuzzy. I swear I'm not making that up now that I've, you know, jimmied it a little. I swear. I swear. Okay, Agador, do you need to go? Oh, he wants out. I'm so sorry. I mean, I guess I could pause and edit these out, but that takes work. Okay, are you staying in? Your brother went out. Okay, they're adopted brothers. Oh, he's so needy. So the overall energy, we have the Ace of Wands. Did I start the record? Okay, good. So the Ace of Wands, I'm not going to hold these up I'm trying to get faster at these for your sake. So the Ace of Wands, let me just take a peek here at the overall. That's another way I can, you know, start to speed this up. And really like let it come through. That's amazing. It's like we have all the elements here throughout the week. No major arcana during the week. All the major arcana is definitely in the places where you'd think they would show up. You know, these are like the day-to-day details. Like look at in our subconscious, or like what's under the water, what do we need to take a look at? We have all major arcana. Those are big things. What's weighing on us, or what's calling, like I've said before, calling to us from the depths of our soul. Yeah. And then in our active, there's still the Hermit, which is like, is this a desire for wanting that quiet time to understand like what we're trying to nurture and grow within our lives? And then there's all of this, like, this is a card, the 3 of Wands, of like, it's like, oh, what's the word? It's like looking outward of like, it's kind of like planful energy. Like there's like it is kind of hopes and dreams energy, where it's like, I have options here. Like think of those 3. I have harmonious options because it's the number 3 here. It's really good energy. And it's like standing on the precipice of like choosing a path, you know, and that passion, fire, wand energy, even though it's like he's standing still, he's grounded, but he's like, I'm making this decision from a place of wanting harmony, wanting community, wanting everything to work out for everybody involved, whatever I choose. I know I'm ready to nurture something in my life. I really feel that nurturing energy of like the Mother card of the Queen of Pentacles, like, hey little baby, whatever I choose, it's going to grow into something magnificent. And then this Hermit energy is when it's in your conscious placement, you desire that quietude. You desire that, like that fertile ground of contemplation, fertile mother. That's interesting, like birthing something new into the world. So that's like, maybe we can clarify that, you know, it's maybe a project, it's maybe like stable finances, you know, but this wand energy is like new opportunities, and they are firmly planted. Like these are all solid opportunities that seems like you're choosing between, perhaps, but you know that whatever that is, you probably have one in mind. His hand, if it's a he, is on the one that he feels the best about, and he's like, yeah, I'm ready to manifest this. I'm just thinking about something. Like, look at all this barren land, and he's like looking out to envision how it's going to birth into the world. So there might be some details there that you've been thinking of, and only you will know. The details might not come out in this. We're just going to play with clarifying some of the energies. And so that's in your desires, what you're really wanting. And then down here we have the Chariot, the Moon, and the Devil. And so we have, this is interesting. When I see this 3 is like, that one I really read as a linear thing. This, I'm just being called to read it like as, like, this is the center, the moon, and this is the center piece of the moon energy in general, which is this area as I intended it, or as it came in. It's moon energy. And look, these like two sides of things, and like a middle path. And I'm sorry, my coffee. I know. Maybe I should edit that out. It's just like some big air bubble right here. And so the moon is really calling us to look in the shadows. That's what the moon card is. Look at what has remained hidden and illuminate it with this. Like, it's not just, it's like moon and sun. And it's like two sides. It's like, oh man, the dog and the coyote or wolf. So it's like the tame and the untame. There's like two sides of us. Like, we want to be wild, but we want to be grounded and like anchored in reality. And then we have this like this water that's just like, what's going to come out of the depths, like I was talking about, like what's calling to us from the depths, and finding maybe that balanced middle path between playing it safe and launching into the unknown. I don't know how that just came out. The Chariot is, if it's kind of something to look at, oh, I feel like I've never read it this way before, but it just sort of came out. Don't be bad. He marks his territory sometimes. He's a feral little cat. Found him in a friend's shed when he like got abandoned by his family. So nobody taught him how to be a house cat. So once in a great while he'll be naughty. I know I'm talking about. Do you want to go outside too? Okay, give me a moment. So what was kind of coming in was like something about being overly cautious or protective, because you know the Chariot's like that inspired action and momentum. Like, we're in our chariot, we are like adorned, we're dressed up, and we're like, I'm ready to go. But right now this Chariot feels very like stationary, you know, and it feels like I'm kind of overly protected. I've got all my stuff around me in my chariot. It's like you know, it's a little too tame maybe. And the Chariots say it's like a hesitation energy, and it's like a overly cautious energy. what are we being overly cautious about? I've never read it that way before, but it just feels like it really fits, especially with this tame wild. And look, oh my gosh, the tame dog is on this side, the wild coyote dog is on the right with the devil. And it's like, what is this energy about the devil, which is usually something about self-sabotaging behavior? Like maybe we're like, part of us can be a little wild sometimes and really just kind of do things that aren't so healthy for us in some way. So I feel like this tug of war happening under the surface. I don't know if this, I'm sorry, is like, has to do with, you know, what you're wanting to, like that project or whatever it is that you're really wanting to know, like the best way forward, like, you know, you're ready to like nurture something. And maybe that energy here, that's interesting, because when like we want to nurture something and we're kind of on that, like, I'm deciding, you know, it feels like if we were really sure, or really like self-assured, and that came in, like confident in our own groundedness, maybe, like, are we doing this from a place of like stability? Then, you know, we would be off and running. So there's something this week that you're really contemplating about. There are these sides to me that, like, it's like a self-trust thing. Yeah. Like, you know, but the overall energy is what? Which one do you want to talk about? So the overall energy is the Ace of Wands, and it's really this gift of a new start, a new opportunity. And so, I mean, that's just fascinating that it came with that Three of Wands energy and wanting to nurture something into existence, but first needing to go inward, desiring to go inward. Yeah, I know, right? And the Ace of Wands is like, that's what this week is about. There's and when I say gift, you know, it's the Ace of Wands is like, that hand is coming from the divine. So it's like maybe a divinely inspired gift or a creatively inspired, however you want to relate to it. But it's like, you feel passionate about this. And then something was like the hesitation aspect of the Chariot maybe in reverse. Like I said, I don't do reversals based on how I pull them. I do it based on the reading and what really feels like is coming out of it. I know. And so I really feel like the Chariot here is in reverse. Can you just... I can't say no to him. So, yeah. So let's go through the day-to-day details a little quickly. I know, I'm trying to make these fast. Knight of Swords. So on Monday, we have this really quick, like, swords is like thought, mind, like ideas, like pushing ahead with your head versus maybe more of the heart space or more of a balance space. It's very much all like, I'm going forward, you know, and maybe not bringing others with you. So maybe Monday you're off to a quick, fast, good start. And when I say good, I mean like you feel inspired. And that's not a bad thing. We just have to take this into consideration too. And then as we go into Tuesday, the Five of Pentacles, it's like something is like saying like, it's this other like overly tame aspect, like this hesitation energy of like scarcity mindset. What am I lacking? Focusing a little too much on that maybe. There's something about Tuesday that really slows us down and says, whoa, you know. And then that's not a bad thing. It feels like maybe Tuesday and Thursday are like more of like, let's contemplate this. Do you have a little more time in your schedule those days to really sit in the hermitness, the solitude, to seek your inner wisdom? I think Tuesday and Thursday, it's like the energies are saying those are the days. I wish I knew more about astrology. Like, if you do, like, what's happening on those days, star-wise, because those definitely bring about energies of momentum and hesitation. And, like, there's a lot of that in the astrology readings I've listened to. So, like, what are we moving ahead with? What should we, like, wait a little bit on? So, like, Tuesday is this, like, a little bit putting you back into that scarcity, tame, hesitation energy. Like, yeah, we got to consider that stuff, because it's like we got to take the logical too, like, let's think about it a second, but don't dwell in it. Like, when you are an innovator, when you are moving ahead with, like, some passion project, something like this energy here, and you're birthing something, this to me says, like, this is my baby. This is my baby. And I have this opportunity now, this week, to really start to bring it into the world. I feel like it's people who are maybe in a solo practice, or a project lead, or spearheading a project at work. It's like, it's something new that you feel a little ownership over, in a good way, as in, like, it's great at work to take ownership over a project, even if you're in some big Fortune 500, you can inspire your team members, or you're an innovator, or, solo practitioner, independent contractor, what have you. So there's something you feel ownership over. You're the mama or dada. So anyway, this is Tuesday, slow down, go inward. This is the time to really, like, get into that hermitness, start to understand why. What are these energies of the push-pull, of the, let's, like, be a little bit overprotective, a little bit, put the brakes on, and, like, there's something like, I just can't move forward. And why is that? What am I I keep saying overprotective, in the sense of, like, not playing it risky, being a little too conservative, maybe that's the word. But when you're an innovator, like, being conservative, you kind of lose the race, and at the end of the day. But it's okay to slow down a little bit and just think about this, because Monday you're all like, rah. And if we continue to that through the week, that might not do us any good when these big energies are calling us to really look at something. And I think the something is, like, this, or the dual nature of our personality, or, like, but, like, the personality of, like, what's behind the personality. Why do I have these two sides to me? And do I feel conflicted with them? How do I integrate the two and have the best of both? I need to be grounded. I need to be, cautious sometimes, or at least reflective of, like, is this the right time to move forward? Do I know you don't have to know everything, but do I feel like I know enough to get started? That's that whole idea of, like, get started and then make it better. Like, things will fall into place as you go. They just do. Like, the next thing and the next thing. You can't just step back and, like, have the whole plan for the whole thing, because you don't even know where you're going 100%. You know that, you know the guts of it. And then you know how things are. It's the journey. And this devil is like, sometimes though, if you get a little ahead of yourself, put the cart before the horse. Like, if you get out over your horse, like, this guy's about ready to, like, fly off the front end with all this quick moving energy, then maybe that's the devil energy there. It's like just pushing without really, like, balance, without that balance. So now we have the King of Cups on Wednesday. So that's, man, that's balance. Like, King of Cups is fire and water. You know, we've pulled this before. You've probably heard me say about it. I'm really feeling it here. Like the King of Cups is, look at him. He's like floating stably upon the waters of his compassion and intuition and all of those nurturing qualities, all of the stuff like moving from the head into the heart. So Tuesday is bridging the gap between head and heart by going here to really think about this, to really do some soul searching on how to integrate those two parts of ourselves, you know. And then we're back on Thursday calling for more introspection, like Three of Hearts. So really Wednesday might be the day to really, like when you come out of some of this on Tuesday into Wednesday, when you're sitting in that balance, like Wednesday seems like you're going to have some real head heart clarity, you know. And what's between the head and the heart? The voice. Maybe that's the time to start making connections. When I said harmony, like Thursday's probably not the day to voice. Why is this coming out? Wednesday's the day to reach out and talk to others about this project, whatever it is. So if you've been thinking about a partnership, yeah, that harmony kept coming in, like for the betterment of others, or maybe there's partnerships in here. We didn't pull the traditional partnership cards, but that I'm really feeling like there's something like this is your baby, but you're desiring to pull in other people. Is this resonating? It really feels true. Like, and Wednesday's the day to do that, because Monday it feels like you want to do it Monday because you're like, that's your inspired energy, like you just had 10 cups of coffee. But why don't you just do some brainstorming that day? Go inward a little bit. Not, maybe you're not ready for this entirely, but if you start the brainstorming, get all of your inspired thoughts down, like all of this inspiration energy from the Ace of Wands, that's that inspired opportunity, potential stuff. Do some journaling. You know, you can type it, you can voice it, however you do it, just get it out so it's in front of you. Like, oh man, that, oh my God, look at this horse. He's like, are you going to fly off the front? Why don't you slow down? I'm going too fast. The horse is like, do some journaling. Anyway, I think that's what it's calling you to do. Is just like, get inspired, get it all out, and then go into Tuesday and come down here and really think about this. Like, when we're going to pull some reflect, I think we are going to do an extended, surprise, surprise, and we're going to pull some reflect. We're going to give you the tools for this. You know, you don't need the extended if you know the tools. Like, if you already like know how to do this stuff. So anyway, and then like I said, King of Cups, that's that. You emerge Wednesday morning with some clarity. And it's not just clarity in the sense of up here. It's this melding of the head and heart space into the voice, into the throat center, the throat chakra, which is speaking your truth. Now you know how you really feel and can communicate clearly, balancedly, and really bring in, it feels like you want to partner with people, or you want to share your ideas with people for this whatever venture, project, initiative, something you want to birth into the world. And then Thursday, I don't know, only you will know, but Thursday, this heartache energy of like maybe a little sadness. Maybe there's some not so good news coming out of, like, I don't feel that though entirely. This feels like the self. It doesn't feel like hurt is coming at you from the outside. Like, I don't think you're getting bad news from this. This feels like really good balanced energy to make those connections, or to at least start your reach out, send some emails, whatever you're going to do. Do people still email? Send some texts and messages. So this Thursday energy, I keep feeling like, because of the balanced nature of this, which is so funny, I would do that. It's about this. So it's almost like you you dipped your toes in a little bit. You started to feel into your heart space. You did some good work on Wednesday, made connections. And then with the nature of this shadow stuff, it's not a one and done. It's it's waves. Look at this. He's riding the waves in the middle of the week between us. Oh, I got chills. That's exactly what it is. Thursday, it's the reemergence. It's not the reemergence. It's like the emergence of what's coming from the initial shadow work you did. It's like when I do massage and body work, and it's like you might feel good and relaxed after, and then you wait 24 hours and you're like maybe a little achy, maybe you didn't drink enough water, maybe we pushed a lot of like stuff around, activated some stuff in there that needs to move through the lymph system, and then you feel even better after that works its way out and through your body. So I feel like that's that kind of energy on Thursday, where it's like we started to stir the waters, we rode the waves, on the top of the waves, the good parts, and then Thursday we're like a little back under, really in the thick of this. And Friday, oh my gosh, it's like, you guys, this is the right one. I love this. Like, gosh, I love when things make sense. Except with A Course in Miracles, if you've been watching my reflections, it doesn't mean anything. Oh, I love paradox. So the Five of Wands, like, look at this. You're like, I've gone through the soul searching and I really feel good about this one. This one. Like, and look at this. Oh my God, the Page of Wands heading into the weekend. It's like, he's like, oh, I love you so much. We're going to have so much fun. I can't wait to build you. I can't wait to nurture you. And like so much curiosity about this. And it's like this youthfulness, like this freshness. I almost said fresh perspective, which has been the theme of the whole week and weekend. But it really is. Like the Page of Wands brings this fresh outlook. Oh, I'm so excited for you. These days might be a little deep, and then we're going to clarify that in the extended. Maybe I can just give you a little nugget, okay? Let's do that here. We're going to save my favorites for the extended because I tend to read them in detail. We're not even going to read this. We're just going to pull it, look at the art, look at the word, and feel into it a little bit, and then we'll go into the extended. Oh man, I think this is going to be a really pivotal week for you, for us, everyone. And it's that New Year's energy again, isn't it? It's like we finally had that quiet over this weekend after the holidays, and we're like, now it's some me time. You've been putting your energy into family and friends and go, holiday stuff. Kids. It's all been wonderful. And now it's like, oh, me time. And what's coming out of it for this week is like Monday. But just slow your horsies, slow your roll. Okay. But we talked about it. Don't slow down as in just pause. Don't get a little too slow. Just like get all that inspired energy out in front of you on the paper, in the voice memo, whatever it is. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's just kind of wrap this up with just what might help us, because these are Wisdom of the Shadow cards. They're going to be deep. What can help us just feel into this energy on Tuesday, and what might come out on Thursday that we really need to take a look at? Like, what's going to either be the thing we need to look at, or what's really going to help us through it once we clarify what we're looking at in the extended. So, thank you, Spirit. I feel like, yeah, here it is. Change. Ooh, goody. I said I wasn't going to read, but I'm just going to see real fast. I just can't leave you hanging. Or me hanging. Maybe I'm too curious. Portal spilling open. That's what the art is called. I will show you the close-up of the art. These are always really neat. Change. I don't think it says chance. I think that's a G. Change. Yeah, it's a G. I embrace change as opportunity. I welcome the mystery and change with the tide. Oh my gosh. Change is hard, isn't it? Have you had a little history with change that hasn't been... Oh, I think a cat scratched my chin in a loving way. He goes, meow, and I think I had a little scratch. Portal of uncertainty, yeah. Entering into the unknown, seeing the mystery, head first into the sun, ripples and swirls, spinning, beckoning, shifting, changing, unyielding, lava, water, and where they meet. Ooh, lava and water and where they meet. Psst, fire and water. Flowing with it, allowing it to be. Oh my God, you guys, that's exactly what this is. I'll read the rest in the extended, but, whoops. Oh my God, flowing with it and allowing it, I can't even remember words, allowing it to be with this push energy and this hesitation energy and all this flowing, this water energy and flowing and change. See, I can't even remember. Flowing with it. Uncertainty. Seeing the mystery. It's calling you to see the mystery. Man, so what I'm getting here is the flowing with it aspect, like riding the waves, that overly, like when we first started out with that overly, like it wasn't protective. That's the word that kept coming because I couldn't clarify it, but it felt like hesitation and overly cautious or conservative about something. And that's that like, oh, change is hard kind of energy, you know? It's not the inspired momentum energy the chariot in the upright brings us. And then the devil, it's like that maybe in our past we've had those self-sabotaging behaviors, and now we're like, it's sort of because we want this change, we want to be a new way in the world, we know the way forward to like pursue our passions is to really like not do those things anymore, whatever that is. And because we know that, there's this holding back energy. We're not flowing with it. There's a way that, and this to me, that moon, with the way I was reading it this time, was all about balancing those sides of ourselves, integrating like the lessons learned maybe from like where we weren't had that, you know, the healthiest things for us. And I don't mean healthy as nutrition or like really bad stuff. I just mean like it doesn't feel really bad actually. It just feels like where weren't we are the best version of ourselves, you know? And it's like something might be holding us back, and maybe there was some hurt like relationship stuff in the past. But it doesn't entirely feel like that. It just feels like there's some sort of sadness here. Only you know what it is. By looking at this, that's really holding back and not allowing us to flow. Because it's like we're, oh, like I feel it, like this hesitation energy. We're not changing. I'll read the rest in the extended, but there's something there. I just would really love to leave you with like some inspiration. Okay, I will give you the questions. I won't read the whole thing, but I'll give you the questions. What am I afraid of that keeps me from welcoming change? What changes have I held myself back from making? What changes can I embrace as new opportunities? I love that, because this thing's all about the new opportunities you're considering and wanting to move forward with in the healthiest way possible. There's that healthy word again. Change is the only constant, and yet there is a part of you that is steady and present through every change. Oh, that's the inspiration. Oh my gosh. There's a part of you that's steady and present through every change. You don't have to discard any parts of yourself. This feels like an integration energy. You're bringing together, and you're really recognizing, like, my authentic self has been here all along. Like, even through this, like, even the holding back, because I know I don't want to be dysfunctional throughout, through this manifestation, because I really care about this project. It's my baby. Yeah, okay. Well, I think we'll stop there. I still went 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. I swear I'll get faster. I'm getting there. I just started with a lot of cards. It's a week ahead. What are you gonna do? I'll do a little more in the extended, so look for a link. And thanks for watching. And yeah, have a great week ahead. I think it's gonna be really transformative. Thanks. Bye.